contestant when it comes to playing Name That Level, so it's a lot of fun. We're starting at the Deadwoods.
So I want to say kind of an annoying start screen. This is kind of close to the grave, so you can kind of just screen clip over there, check that one Armos. There isn't a lot of open cavage around here, so that's a little bit of annoyance, but we'll see where they go. It does look like Rick is going to make that early graveyard play like I assumed, and Tetra finds the sword right away.
Wow, a 17-second wooden sword. You can't do better than that. It's in vanilla level 3's position, but as you can see, you don't see the normal dungeon temple layout. It looks like the same blue candle cave that you see in the forest. Rick, it looks like he's found one of the 10 door repair penalties. Well, Dark Falls, if you're going to find a door repair penalty, find it early, and not bad for the small secret, 13 on Tetra's side.
Yep, the real key to money in this seed will be the medium secret. If it's a decent one, we'll be in decent shape. If it's on the lower end, well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, because there's 6 small secrets, 7 medium secrets, and just the 1 large secret. Rick finds a potion shop, but meanwhile, Tetra finds her first level of the night.
Coming out from the upper portion, this is possibly level 2. A little bit too early to say, though.
Absolutely. I never learned to read. What Gabora means by that is all the citizens on Hyrule will be saying the same message unless you have the book in your possession. Tetra finds a heart container that'll give her 4 hearts, a 1 in 3 chance of picking up the white sword item if she can find it. Rick does not find the item behind this Armo statue. Instead, it's going to be a staircase that's going to be a expensive bait shop, but the price of key is pretty good at 67 rupees.
And so far, if you look at these HP laws, a lot of these things are just dying to 1 sword hit, so we might have a bit of a squishy seed.
Hey, that's pretty nice, and especially if this is a poverty seed. Let's see. Oh, look at this! The bow on Tetra's side. That's our Armo statue item.
That's a huge pickup. That's kind of one of the 3 must-haves almost. Let's call it 2.5 must-haves, because ladder is usually needed, but not always.
Well, more like 5 must-haves, because again, we are dealing with second quest. In addition to that bow, silver arrows, and ladder items that you're talking about to Dark Falls, you've got the the power bracelet and a tough death there for Rick. And we have our medium secret. It is 1 below the maximum at 39 rupees. Very impressive, but that's a very costly death there that Rick took.
Possibly less, and I say that because our sword's right here, Vanilla 3. So if that rerouted him over here, that's a boon for him. That's going to make him pick up this sword.
Yeah, and he may make that play back to the Armo statue item in a moment. Again, the bow is our Armo statue item. But we have the power bracelet and the recorder that acts as extra transportation because you have the recorder. There's 10 different recorder spots. And Tetra getting greeted rudely by those blue danger noodles, and they send her back to start.
Yeah, so Rick is now armed, so he's going to go grab his bow probably momentarily.
Yep, looks like he's heading back towards that direction, but first he's going to check the cave to the south. I believe this was the small secret, yep, at 13 rupees.
And the power bracelet room full of blue Lemola, so this level that Tetra just found is Lemola City.
And I don't blame Tetra for ducking out of there. She'll come back later when she is better equipped, but Rick is going to make a second play. Yeah, these blue moblins, they're going down in 1 wood sword hit. They normally have 3 HP as we find our take any's. 1 takes you to around where vanilla level 8 is in second quest. The second one takes you to the far northeastern section. That's a pretty good spot considering our start. And one of them takes you not too far from the south. That's one of the Armo statue items out of play.
It's looking like our Armos is going to be either 1 screen above or up in the Lost Hills. We have the bow. Never mind. Cancel that train of thought.
And not a problem there. As Tetra's heading for the candle screen, it looks again exactly like level 3's position, and it looks like we have found a piece of paper. That is our letter.
So that's going to help Tetra pick up some potions later on.
Yeah, no doubt about it at all there, Dark Falls. So again, there's many more power bracelet spots in second quest. So that's why those 2 items, the power bracelet and the recorder, tend to be more of a heavy favorite item to have because they tend to block at least 1 level.
Rick seeing he has ladder blocked and key blocked from the other part. So he's going to abandon that level for now, pick up his bow, and then be off elsewhere.
And as you were talking about that, Dark Falls, we do now know what the ladder item on the coast is. It is the heart container. People in chat, you know what to do about that.
I think it's safe to say that unless we're doing a world wrap, we most likely won't be picking that up.
Yeah, probably not, unless, of course, the white sword item, is something that they're absolutely going to have, and they find the ladder early on, or B, they're looking to get that magical sword to up their combat by ×4 as Rick finds his first medium secret for 39 rupees. Tetra going to check the southwestern cave. Hey, we've got some great bomb and wooden arrow prices. 8 for a set of 4 bombs, and wooden arrows just about as low as they can be there. So great finds there on Tetra's side.
Yeah, absolutely. Having a nice cheap bomb price is definitely nice. Now we'll see what Rick does here, because he could possibly clip into this block here and get past these Landmolars that killed Tetra, and he does that.
Well, that's a beautiful play right there. So by doing so, he is going to stay safe from those blue Landmola attacks. That'll take away 2 hearts per bob. Both the blue and orange Landmolas will do that amount of damage. So Rick is just going to wait for the Landmolas to come to him. But the Landmolas are very hesitant. They see that sword as like, I don't want to get stabbed by that thing. And all it takes is, well, one of them is down, and now he's going to make the breakaway here. And when one goes down, you exit the screen, go back to the screen, the other one will disappear.
Yep, and they are considered kind of like a mini-boss, so I think you can pass them by twice before they respawn.
And unfortunately, Tetra going to find one of the 10 door penalties to take her down to 35 rupees. I didn't see exactly how much that door penalty was. There's our bait block that is shaped like Link. Well, it kind of reminds me of the Link in the cartoons who's always wanting something to eat, or the one from the Zelda CDI game. So that's actually kind of funny.
And that we just saw another orange enemy that dies to one hit. It's another bomb dropper. That's our orange gorillas. So that's definitely a nice thing for Rick to see, having gorillas that die to one hit. And this is level 1, so this is actually a huge level for them to dig out.
And we have found out our potion prices, and they're pretty close to vanilla. It's 43 for the Pepsi, 67 for the Coke. Try saying that 3 times fast. Normal prices are 40 and 68, as Rick now has the compass discovery, so now he knows exactly where the Triforce is here in level 1. Now he's looking for the 2 items, one that's going to be the floor drop. It could be right for the taking, might need to full clear the room. The other will be down underneath a staircase.
And there's our Triforce. We can bomb down here. Any adjacent rooms in level 1, 2, and 3, we'll be able to bomb through.
That's correct. There's a nice key find, and so far keys have not come into play, which they normally do in level 1 because of how linear it is and by how many locked doors you normally see. Well, here's our staircase item here in level 1. Unfortunately, the keys rolled high. They do not go down in 1 sword hit. They do not go down in 2 sword hits. We find the silver arrows.
And with the bow already in hand, Rick's probably going to just grab Triforce and run. We don't necessarily need the ladder, which is the other kind of nice thing that you want. Now, we run into that situation, though, where if we run across Ganon 4 hearts, green tunic, that's going to be a dangerous fight.
Well, speaking of 4 hearts, green tunic, we found out the price of the blue ring. It's a good one, 232 rupees, and the cheap bait was at 56, so we have some good prices across the board for these runners. Look out, Tetra, those red bubbles are coming after you, and she cannot bomb to the west from that room.
So speaking about those red bubbles laws, we'd be a little bit remiss not to mention exactly what these bubbles do to us.
Yeah, that's right. If you touch a bubble, you are going to lose access to your sword permanently. There are 5 ways you can get the sword back, however. Tetra going to find the staircase. It is the any key! I don't know what level she's in right now, but that's a big find for her key troubles that she might have in future dungeons. They are now over with. Back to the talk about red bubbles here. 5 ways you can get rid of a red bubble curse. 1, touch a blue bubble. 2, grab a Triforce. 3, fill up at a fairy fountain. 4, drink a potion. And 5, do an up and A, save the game, and then just start over. And I did not see what the second item was.
It was either behind a key door, which Rick doesn't want to spend another key on, or it was behind that bait block.
All right, so we don't know what the second item is going to be at this time, but at the moment, Rick is what we like to call, it is in Schrodinger's Go mode. He has everything he needs to kill Ganon with that bow and the silver arrows, but there's no guarantee that he is ready to go. Well, there's the Take Any Roads that Rick, we saw that earlier. Of course, we could always be not potion blocked, but power bracelet blocked, or even recorder blocked from level 9, and it looks like Tetra's in 3.
Now, one thing to note, though, Loss, is Tetra might be afraid of those blue moles that we saw in that level 1. It could be a little bit before she gets back there to take those out.
Right. Of course, all she needs to do is get 5 Triforce pieces. Does she know that's level 1? That's going to be a key play there. Speaking of keys, Rick finding the expensive key shop. But even the expensive key has got a discount of 8% at 92. But again, we saw a cheaper key shop earlier. So Tetra here looking for the Triforce in level 3. She's at 4 hearts, but down to 1 heart currently in her present health situation.
And Rick is going up to the Lost Hill, so we'll see if we find anything up on here. Still got quite a few levels we gotta find.
And we do find an item on Rick's side. Tetra comes away with no Triforce out of level 3, but again, she needs to get 5 Triforce pieces, so it's any 5 levels that she wants, and she finds another level next door.
Yeah, but Tetra did find that all-important any key, though. We've seen time and time again how important resources are in these seeds.
Especially when it comes down to level 9, which we like to see, which we like to say is known as the Great Equalizer, because we have seen a lot of level 9s where it can get rather linear, even though it doesn't look linear from the map's perspective. It can get linear in the fact that it has a lot of locked doors and very few keys to offer, as Rick finds another medium secret behind that Armo statue for 39 rupees. Oh, but Tetra, before she can get to that diamond staircase, gets sniped, and she'll have to try it again.
Yeah, so we saw those Stalfos throwing swords. Those are going to do the same amount of damage as a Lionel Beam sword. That's a little perk, I suppose you could say, of the second quest enemy set.
And I'll find out what the door... It's 18 rupees that Rick found, so there is 180 rupees worth of door repair penalties, so not too terrible. So again, money's been nice, the door repair penalties are low, the shopping prices have been nice. What's the catch, Dark Falls?
Well, we've had squishy enemies, we've had...
There it is! There's the catch. That mugger room right there that Tetra just ran across. She does not want to spend her bomb or her heart container. She's going to try and find a workaround. And it looks like Rick has found his piece of paper. He can now buy some potions if he well chooses to. And Tetra's out of that level. So Rick is now about to find out that that heart container is that ladder item on the coast, as Tetra thought about buying some bombs there. She had 5 bombs in her possession, but she wants to hold on to her money for the time being. Looks like Rick is going to explore the rest of the coast here at the southeast and try and find some more levels here. Tetra's out of that level as well. She's going to bomb here and find another potion shop. I think we found the medicinal district here in Hyrule.
Yeah, I mean, we knew they'd have to be coming eventually. There are quite a few of them, but they also be kind of bunched up over here.
There's our first take any cave. Tetra's going to go ahead and pick up the candle here. That's going to further increase her exploration of Hyrule, and who knows, maybe level 9 is bush blocked.
Well, still got a good ways to go before you got to worry about 9. We still got to find those 5 Triforces.
Well, that's true, Dark Falls, but it never hurts to find level 9 immediately. If you find level 9 before you found your 5 Triforce pieces, you're not going to have to do a wild goose chase to figure out where level 9 is later. And Tetra finds another level behind that burn bush, and wonder what level this could be.
Coming in from a left-hand side, about halfway up. Kind of hard to tell at the moment. It could possibly be that level 2 that we were looking for.
She just picked up a heart container. We know that is not the item if this is indeed level 2 Dark Falls, because again, the ladder item on the coast was the heart container. Rick is in a new level, taking on these super ropes. They normally have 4 HP. I think these rolled down a little bit. I don't know what the count was. They might have been 3. They might have been 2.
Whatever level this is that Tetra's in, it's dangerous. That moat room with those orange dark nuts is not a fun thing.
No, not at all. And Rick finding some Gorillaz here. Any Gorillaz that Rick finds, a Link Sprite will take its place. So Rick handling now the Zols here and trying to force a bomb perhaps, but didn't get one.
Tetra just found a staircase. We'll see if this is an item, and it is a transport. So that makes this levels 5 through 8.
Yeah, that's right, because levels 1 through 4, the first staircase you see is automatically going to be your item. Of course, level 2 does not have a staircase. This kind of looks like 8.
Yeah, with that Thunder Eye hole, it's most likely 8. So if it is 8, we'll have 2 items there to look for.
Yeah, of course, they're both going to be behind staircases, so the next staircase that Tetra finds is going to be one of the 2 important items that she's going to be wanting to look for here. Now, again, she's not going to find her silver arrows here, but a red ring would be a pretty nice prize considering she's taken a few deaths already. And there's the Dig Dogger that is guarding a key that she absolutely positively doesn't need.
I still don't think we had any kind of determination what level this is that Rick is in. He hasn't opened the map yet for us.
No, I have no idea what level this might be either. I mean, again, it could be level 2. Well, here's the map, but it is guarded by the orange danger noodles, those orange lamb molas, and Rick bumped the map, he says. I want to find my items. This looks like
level
4.
4. Yeah, it's level 4.
That's definitely, yeah, there's no question about it. That is level 4 on Rick's side of the board, so he'll be looking for a staircase. That's going to have his item for him, and in this case, Red Ring would definitely help him too, considering what he has found for combat.
Yeah, all around, this seed's been squishy enemies, but weird enemies sets.
Yeah, no question about it there. We do see that the Stelphos rolled neutral, and Tetra's going to pick up this map. Now she knows she's in level 8.
Yeah, nice to have a bit of a confirmation that it is, in fact, what we thought it was.
Yep, so Rick looking for the item and the Triforce out of this level 4. Tetra looking for the 2 items out of the level 8. If she's able to get around that, but she's in a little bit of a predicament here. She's got no bombs to her name now.
And Rick has the item in level 4, and it is our ladder, so all things coming up Rick at the moment.
Oh, absolutely right now. Now he's in a really, really powerful spot right now with the bow, the silver arrows. Ladder blocks are now a thing of the past for him. I mean, the only thing that right now could potentially stop him is the recorder, the power bracelet, and the Any Key. Again, we know that the Any Key is the item in level 3, but level 3 is in Death Mountain, and if, you know, Rick finds the levels the way he's been finding them, and look at this, that ladder's going to come into play already, as he's going to do this difficult ladder clip to get across the river, which he does successfully in the tea room. That's the second Triforce on the board for Rick.
Yeah, so it's a matter of where does Rick decide to go next. He doesn't know where a couple more dungeons are, so it'll be interesting to see if he goes to the ones that he knows about, or if he goes to explore a little bit. He knows that he just needs Triforce at this moment, though, so he's probably going to go to the ones he knows about.
Unfortunately, Tetra already took the staircase. She thought maybe that was going to be one of the items, but she already took that, so she'll have to figure out a different path to find one of those 2 items here. Yeah, and Rick right now, he may never stumble upon level 3. I mean, if level 9 is handed to him on a silver platter, and we still have a lot of exploration left to go here, Dark Falls, but if level 9 is handed to him on a silver platter, he's going to be in a very powerful position in this race.
Well, we know that level 9's pretty close to the start. You just need to get the candle to get into it.
Oh, did we find level 9?
Yeah, Tetra found level 9 a little while ago.
Oh, I did not see it. Okay, so Rick needs to find a bonus cave or a candle shop because he needs that candle. He's sitting on 111 rupees, so that's plenty of money to buy a candle. But he finds another level here underneath the waterfall.
Opts not to go in, though.
Yeah, interesting. He might be trying to do a pirouette move, or you might want to check the White Sword Cave first. Very favorable enemies in terms of these blue moblins, and he finds another potion shop. He is not shown off the letter just yet, so he'll come back later if he does need potions. And now with that heart drop, he's going to get his beam sword back. Oh, but Tetra getting stuffed by those blue wizrobes right there, and back to the start of 8 she goes.
And Rick is going to go into this Midnight Blue dungeon. Sees a nice bomb upgrade. A little bit on the expensive side, though, so we'll see if he chooses to pick that up or not later on.
And going to take it out on the pancake, but I think at the same time, he's going to try to build up that count to 10. It looks like he's got it up to 9, so the next enemy he bombs that's in a drop group, which is not these Zols, unfortunately, these gels. Rick will have to go to the east and try and find an enemy he can use the bomb on. He's a nickel short of that bomb upgrade, so if he can farm a few rupees here, I would imagine he'll make that purchase. And Looks like Tetra has now found one. No, that was not an item staircase. That was the other half of that transport staircase.
Now, Rick is looking for an enemy to use a bomb on, and he just got nothing but keys so far.
Yeah, keys and gels, which are in the no-drop group. Well, here's an enemy that is in a drop group. The Aquamentus, if he throws 2 bombs on it, he's going to get a bomb drop out of that, which is very rare to see. And, doesn't get the bomb drop, so he might have lost his count or miscounted. But we have a recorder in level 2.
Huge find. That does open up, I believe, 9 more spots for Rick to look around in if he doesn't know where 9 is.
Oh, this is absolutely crazy. I mean, right now, everything coming up Rick here. He's got the bow. He's got the silver arrows. He's got the recorder. He's got the ladder. Right now, the only thing that can stop him, other than the key situation, is the power bracelet. He is in a very powerful spot right now. I mean, obviously anything can happen in this race. It's still only 21 minutes in, but right now, Rick definitely has the advantage.
And again, we see that situation where we haven't had a lot of heart containers in this seed, and he's still in green tunic. So if he goes in again with very low HP, that's going to be rough.
Absolutely, and Tetra playing Hungry Dodongo's there to maximize her bomb count. She's, again, still looking for the staircases here. Not really had any luck. Where could they be? Perhaps on the bottom part. And Rick's still a nickel short. He's going to try to build that count up again. I think he went over. That felt like 10 to me, and I think he felt the same way, so he's going to try again. Now he's done with this level.
Well, he gets full bombs anyway, regardless.
Right. Let's find out what the item is. We have the raft for Tetra. Interesting. That's I kind of neglected to think about that item, Dark Falls. The raft there's only 2 spots, and we haven't seen too many dungeons be raft required. There's always that chance that level 9 could be in a raft spot.
Yeah, it's definitely possible.
That's what Rick was trying to do. I think he was trying to force a nickel, not trying to force a bomb count. Now he's trying to force a nickel. Because when you try to force a bomb count, if you kill 10 enemies in a row without getting hit, and you bomb the 10th enemy that's in any drop group, you'll get a set of bombs. But if you stab the 10th enemy instead, you'll get a 5 rupee instead. So now Rick does have enough money to buy the bomb upgrade, if that's the play he wants to make.
Well, he's certainly bombing down these blue dark nuts, which is interesting and good, with the bomb fill up right next door.
Unfortunately, a lot of his bomb shots missed, and he still has 4 of these blue dart nuts left to go. Of course, this is a drop room here in level 2 where Rick is right now, a potential drop room.
This is the Triforce room. He has a compass.
Ah, yeah. What a terrible room to have a Triforce in, is these blue dart nut room. You lose 2 hearts every time you get popped, and we do have Tetra back in a level she was in previously.
This is level 1. This is where she's going to find what she wants, because this has these silver arrows, I believe.
Yep. Of course, she's got to get past these danger noodles. Ooh, but she does take a bop down to 1 heart. But she is going to get one of those hearts back here on this ground heart container. 1 more dart nut to go, and Rick has got his Triforce out of level 2. Nice fighting there. So Tetra will be happy to find the silver arrows behind that staircase. What she's not going to be happy about is that the fact that the second item is meat blocked, and that bomb upgrade, there's our real catch, Dark Falls. Only 3 extra bombs for Rick, but you know what? That could come into handy when level 9 comes around.
Yeah, and he was on 0 bombs, so I also gave him a full complement of 11. So not the worst thing to have happen.
Nope. So 115. The price, by the way, for those of you who have not seen it, can be anywhere between 75 and 125 rupees. You can get anywhere between 2 and 6 extra bombs. But Rick is going to recoup some of that money as he finds a medium secret behind that ladder cave.
And Rick might be making that play over to Death Mountain, so he'll find level 3, which is going to have his any key.
And he is going to be in a very, very powerful spot once he finds that any key. Because, again, right now, the only thing that is stopping Rick from completing this seed, again, we haven't checked the raft spots on Tetra's side, but Rick does find his all-important first take any cave. He'll pick up that candle. That's a great one because, again, if we suspect what we suspect is correct, level 9 is candle blocked.
I believe I saw Tetra seat in the Dead Woods. I'm not positive, though.
Not a problem, as Rick is going to check this cave next to a whistle spot and find the magical sword, but he is well far away from having any chance of picking that up. It'll do 4 HP of damage. Unfortunately, you need anywhere between 10 and 14 hearts to pick it up. He's going to check the recorder spot in Death Mountain. It is a casino, and he's going to gamble but lose half of his money. Tough break for Rick.
And Tetra's only a few rooms away from getting the items that she's looking for here on level 1.
Absolutely, that'll put her in Schrodinger's go mode as well. She is setting in a really good spot with her bow and silver arrows, and the discovery of level 9 potentially. There's always that chance that the ladder is not required to beat the seed. Again, the heart container is the ladder item on the coast, and considering that Rick only has 4 hearts, I know you had mentioned it earlier that you may not see runners go after that heart container. I could see a situation where Rick might go after it.
He may if he can route it in. I don't think he's definitely going to go out of his way to do it, though. He could do a water operator around now, though.
No, absolutely not. He's not going to need to go out of his way just to get a heart container. But yeah, if it's on the way, he's definitely going to grab it. As Tetra does grab the silver arrows, so now she's got everything she needs in order to defeat Ganon. Now
we have a 232 for that blue ring. And we haven't seen our large secret yet, so still possible, but unlikely.
Yeah, it's unlikely. These runners are going to want to find the red ring. The blue ring will double a runner's defense, whereas the red ring will quadruple their defense, and now Rick has found level 3.
And the Yankee was just 1 room up from the start, so we'll see if he goes that way. He's going to go south first.
Now, he's going to think twice because he wants nothing to do with those red bubbles. So he's going to find his Eniki right now. That's a great find. Unfortunately, he finds more red bubbles. He's going to lose his sword. But he will get his Eniki. And Tetra going to go to Vanilla Start and find this secret for 39 more rupees. That'll put her over 100. So we did find the second item on Tetra's side. There was a workaround. It is Lord Banana.
Yeah, I'm just kind of hanging out on the ground, just chilling. And Rick does get the Triforce in 3, so he's on his way.
Yeah, Rick is just 1 Triforce piece away from being eligible to go into level 9. Now Tetra is in a new level.
So Rick doesn't need to be careful. These orange wizards can one-shot him with those beams.
Yeah, because anytime you get hit by an orange wizard beam, you're going to lose 4 hearts on no ring. So he has to be careful here. Of course, he still needs to find the location of level 9, but once he gets the Triforce, he will be eligible to go into level 9 as he finds this staircase. Rick's going to pop into the staircase, and of course it's going to be a transport because, again, he's already found levels 1 through 4, has the items out of there, so this could be level 5. Of course, this also could be 33 rooms of pure madness in level 7.
Judging by that location, it's possible. And Rick, unfortunately, gets the Wizard beam to the face.
Yeah, he was trying to cross that river, but he kind of got caught in the half tile, and back to the start he goes, and Rick's had enough of this level.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain that was 7.
Yeah, and considering what we've seen in this dungeon, considering it's a Wizrobe level, it's probably going to be the inferior model in there. I just got a hunch.
Well, at this point, the only thing that Rick would really benefit from would be the red ring or the white sword, so doesn't really want to prioritize doing the more difficult levels, I would say.
I certainly don't blame him at this point, as Rick's going to continue his Death Mountain exploration here, trying to find out where level 9 is. Ooh, and Tetra getting bopped by the Stelphos there, so back to the start she goes. Problem for Tetra right now is, even though she's getting the items she needs to beat the seed, she's not coming away with Triforces, and that's going to be a problem because Once Rick finds level 9, he's going to be pretty much set.
Yeah, you don't want to really double dip dungeons unless you're blocked by something. So when you have to leave because of combat or because of low HP or stuff like that, it's not the best of feelings.
Well, Tetra finds the Triforce, and she does not find the item. That is the transport staircase. Decision time for Tetra. It looks like she is going to opt to not take the Triforce. She wants to find the item out of this level here. And again, we are suspecting this is level 6. And there's our candle shop. 50 rupees for the price.
Not a bad price, but way up on Death Mountain, a little bit out of the way.
Yep, and both of our runners do have the candle anyways, and Tetra finding Gabora standing in her way as Rick, well, you've already been there, Rick. That was level 3. He's going back to 7.
Yeah, I'm not 100% positive, but I'm fairly certain this is 7.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough play to say the least, because again, 33 rooms you're dealing with. We're seeing all these Wizrobes here. NSU room, I mean, thank God he's got the ladder, because without that ladder, this would be impossible. This is a magical breakfast room in 3/4. That's for sure.
Well, he's down just to the orange one. I didn't see what the HP on these guys were, but I think it was more than a couple.
Yeah, they may have rolled high here for all we know here. Tetra finds the triple bar room. More useful in second quest, but it's going to have nothing here. Yeah, they rolled high, and he gets OB to the face, and now he has to do that room all over again. Yikes.
Yeah, he is opting to go back in, so he's going to see what this room deals to him.
Well, maybe Tetra's in level 7. I mean, one of them's in 7, I think one of them's in 6. That's about all I know. I told you I'm bad at naming that level.
What I know is these virus have 1 HP, which is definitely a nice feeling. And whatever level that is...
7! She's in 7. I think.
No, that was 6. That was 6.
Okay, we were right the whole time. First instinct. There's the scrap metal on Tetra's side. She wants no part of it. So Rick is in level 7. Okay, we were right the first time. Now Tetra will get her second Triforce on the board. And Rick being in level... is this really level 7?
That could be 5 that Rick is in. This could be 5.
Yeah, this could be 5. It's 5-7. I'm gonna do the Team Bearded Flex spiel here, and we're just gonna call it everything level 5. This is 5-7.
Yeah, it's going to be, I'm fairly sure this level 5 compared by that blank spot on the map.
Yeah, the blank spot on the map, considering where it is, yeah, you're absolutely right. This has to be level 5 that Rick is in. So this is not nearly as bad as level 7 can be, but it's still bad because of these Wizrobes.
Well, we're about 33 minutes in, Lots. Want to give us a quick item rundown?
Just found the large secret. I don't know how much it was, but I don't think it was laws approved. Yeah, let's go over the items. Level 1 had the silver arrows and the wooden boomerang. Level 2 had the recorder. Level 3 had the magical key. Level 4, the ladder. We don't know what's in level 5. The scrap metal is level 6. Level 7, we don't know what's in level 7. One of the 2 items in level 8 is the raft. The Armos statue item was the bow. The ladder item on the coast was the heart container. And we don't even know what the white sword item is. Yeah, it was only 83 rupees, so yeah, I kind of figured it was going to be a laws-approved seed because, let's face it, Dark Falls, it never is when I'm doing the commentary. I don't even remember the last time it was, I swear to God.
Well, I mean, we had the very large medium secret, so that's the kind of one that you actually want to look out for. As long as you have a good medium, you're all set. And these orange Wizrobes are not liking Rick tonight.
No, Rick is picked off again, and Tetra checks the raft spot. She doesn't find anything of use there. Yeah, if I were Rick in this position here, knowing what kind of dungeon this is, Rick might want to consider going elsewhere, but, I mean, all he needs is one more Triforce, and now Tetra's going back to this level here.
Well, the issue that Rick is running into is he keeps getting caught in narrow strips of land, and then the Wizards are just picking him off.
Yeah, I believe this is level 4 where Tetra's in right now. Yeah, she's back in 4, so she's going to get her ladder here. We'll say this much. If Tetra can route this level 4 well, she's going to have a chance to gain some ground here.
There's just this one last wizard that's being a nuisance.
Yep, and there it is, and that was the heart container right on his feet, so he's now up to 6 hearts. And there's our other bomb upgrade, but Rick only has a penny to his name. No chance of purchasing that one.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to pick up a second one, considering how little return he got from the first one.
Yeah, not to mention that the large secret is only worth 83 rupees, so yeah, he's not going to have enough money to make that purchase. But Tetra does find a clock drop here in this super rope room, and opts not to kill off the rest of it. She's just looking for the staircase. Again, this is not where the staircase is, because I believe it was an open staircase. Rick checking out the IHOP here, taking down these likes here, and I think these are kind of squishy. Let's see, 4. Yeah, these were kind of squishy, and yeah, level 5 confirmed with that map.
I'm still not convinced, Lowe's.
It's level 8. Not convinced it's level 8. And is this our item? It is Power Bracelet. Oh.
Well, Rick now has the recorder and the Power Bracelet, so the 2 items that open up the most of the world are now in Rick's possession. So if we do need 9, if it's not in the Dead Woods, at least Rick is going to be in a good spot to find it now.
Now we're down to just 5 items remaining on the docket. We are still looking for the wand, the book, the red ring, the red candle, and there's a 5th item that we are still looking for, white sword.
Question is now also though is where exactly is this Triforce in level 5 hiding?
Yeah, compass would definitely come in handy for Rick, but Tetra unfortunately finds a ladder block here. Now the good news for her is she does not need that to get across that block, because remember, Rick found the ladder here without the benefit of that room, so Tetra just needs to find the workaround.
Yeah, I believe the ladder and the Triforce share the same room in this case.
I believe you're right about that, as now Rick is going to take the transport staircase here in level 5, and what happened there on Tetra? Oh, okay, she's going to take a different path.
Rick does the Dance of the Goma, gets around it, and gets this upper portion level 9. Level 5, sorry.
Yep. And look at this. Notice something? Those fires are as squishy as can be, so you can get bombs with just a wood sword. That is amazing.
Yeah, it's definitely a nice feeling, and Rick is now in the hunt for level 9. Gets his 5th Triforce, has the bow, has the swords, and has the ladder, so Rick just needs to figure out where it is. And then he's on his way.
Yep. So here is the ladder. As long as Tetra doesn't get bopped too many times by these Dodongos, going to try to get some bombs in the process as well. Unfortunately, does get bopped, but does at the 2-for-1 stun there. That was a nice bomb there that Tetra just laid. Let's see if she can finish off this room. Now she's just going to go ahead and do the block clip here. She's going to get her ladder now.
So Rick is back in the Dead Woods. Candle in hand, flute and recorder in hand. So let's see what he chooses the path out now.
First, Rick is going to recorder spot here and find the hint shop with 50 hints. I never learned to read. Hey, Rick, you don't have the book. You can't purchase hints. Sorry.
Yeah, a little bit of an oversight of not quite have the book yet.
Yeah, well, I certainly can't fault Rick for trying. Look at the price of those hints. That's pretty darn cheap. 50 rupees. Now, Tetra's going to do that same ladder clip that Rick had to do. Now, you are not required to have to do ladder clips or screen scrolls or block clips in order to complete a seed. It helps if you know how to do them, but there had to have been some kind of workaround to get to that room where Tetra's in with the Triforce.
So Tetra does have her ladder. She did pick that up.
Yep, that's right. So Rick is now finding this level. And you thought this was level 9. No, this is not level 9.
Okay, so that means level 9 is still larger than I must have missed. My eyes must have jumped.
That might have been, I don't know if that was the level 8 that Tetra was in earlier, but yeah, we are still looking for level 9. I think it's 7 and 9 that we haven't found yet. And Rick finds another take, and he's going to pick up the potion. I like this call here. He knows he has no shot at the magical sword, and it's one of the ways that he can get rid of that red bubble curse, so I like this move.
Well, this late in the game, it kind of also puts you in a situation where you get another 12 hearts, basically for the price of 1.
Oh, no question about it there. It's a great play. So right now, the hunt for level 9 is on for Rick. The hunt for Triforces is on for Tetra. She does not know where level 9 is. Let's see what's behind this spot. Another bomb shop for Rick. Nothing doing there. He's already got 10 bombs.
Well, the other issue for Tetra also now is at this point, level 9 is most likely blocked by something. So unless it's that raft spot, she's going to get that power burst or recorder.
Yeah, the raft right now, that eastern raft spot is her only hope at this time. I mean, Rick has everything he needs to beat this seed, just needs to find level 9, and he could potentially beat this in under 50 minutes, but yeah, it's never a good feeling, Dark Falls, when you go into a race against somebody, you have everything you need, you feel like you're in a good spot, you just cannot find level 9. Rick finds this power bracelet spot and is going to go bankrupt. Well, he was already bankrupt to begin with, so that Octorok's out of luck. So Tetra's going to check the coast here. I know we didn't find much when Rick checked that.
Well, if Tetra keeps going on the coast here, she'll probably loop up and pick up that heart container just to prove me wrong.
And that would put her up to 8 hearts, which, you know, would be a much more favorable position than Rick would be at this time. But, you know, still, you're trying to find these levels. You're trying to find level 9. Rick checking the forgotten spot to find a small secret for 13 rupees.
I don't believe we found the white sword item yet either.
We haven't. We still don't know what the white sword item is, and for all we know, it's probably blocked by some means. Power bracelet, raft, white sword, or I mean, recorder spot. Tetra gonna burn this bush right here, and she's gonna find another cash award for 13. I'll tell you what, she is in striking distance of that blue ring, and she may have a shot at buying it.
Yeah, with the combat in the seed, that's not the worst idea.
Yep, unfortunately, Rick going to go bankrupt here as Tetra is going to find a blue ring shot. Well, she can get 22 more rupees. She'll be able to purchase that. Oh, that has got to hurt. Rick finds the large secret in Candle Row and pays the ultimate penalty by getting burned by his own candle. Now, Rick gonna check this burn bush near vanilla level 1 and find the other hint regarding either the white sword item or where the magical sword is. But without the book, and unfortunately for Tetra, finds a door repair penalty where there's normally a 30, so that's gonna put her further away from the blue ring.
Yeah, Rick is spending all the potion shops. Not a bad price on the potion though, 64 for the red.
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, Dark Falls, it's near its vanilla prices. And there's a level for Rick. This is the level 6, and Tetra finds another bonus cave. We'll go ahead and take this heart container to put her up to 8 hearts. And Rick learning his lesson, not going to play the money-making game this time. Instead, he's going to check this power bracelet spot and find another casino. How the Hyrule citizens are trying to tempt him from spending his cash.
Yeah, this level 9 is definitely being on the elusive end, so we'll see just how long it takes Rick to come across it. It's giving Tetra some time to catch up a bit.
Yeah, again, right now, Tetra's hope right now. Well, let's check this power bracelet spot. Nope, not there. Instead, it's more money. There's a 13 rupee secret. I'll put him up to 96.
And Rick, unfortunately, gets hugged by the Lionel.
Yeah, you can't have a Zelda randomizer run without a good old-fashioned Lionel death, but it's not the conventional Lionel death that you normally see. It's a hug from a Lionel. So back to start Rick goes. And unfortunately, Tetra finding another whammy, going back down to 175. Now she's going to head for that Take Any Road.
And Rick is in the Take Any Roads as well. Going to go back down to Vanilla Start and probably go back to where he just was.
Yep.
Oh, just went back into the Take Any Roads, of course.
And now he's going to head for the Armo statue spot. Again, he does not have the raft, which again is one of the 2 items in level 8. We never found the second item. Rick will get this heart container out of the Take Any cave, and Tetra finding a new dungeon. This must be 7.
And Tetra's going to dig around here, and this enemy set is a little on the interesting side with this palette.
And Rick checking the Recorder Lake, but here's our white sword item, the white sword! And Rick will double his offense. Chat, you know what to do about that. That's a tough spot for the white sword item.
That's actually kind of big, though, because that cuts Gan's HP basically in half. So now it's about 15 hits, he'll only be around 8.
And we are now down to just 4 items left in play. We still have the book, we still have the wand, the red ring, and the red candle. And Tetra going to just skirt around that blue Goma here. Rick going to check this whistle spot, and that is a whammy. He's going to go down to 78 rupees. And he looks like he may pick up that heart container after all. He'll not spend anything in that shop. There's nothing he really needs. So Rick going to go ahead and pick up this free heart container. So now he and Tetra both are standing at 8 hearts.
I mean, you're right here, you might as well just write just a couple screens across.
Tell you what, the blue Lionels rolled low because they went down in 2 white sword hits. They normally have 6 HP, so that's nice. Tetra not opting to spend her hard-earned 175 rupees, so she'll pass on that. Still looking for some levels here again. Rick is looking for level 9. We do not know where level 9 is at all. As Tetra finds a medium secret, you probably wish you would have found it maybe 5 minutes ago before she stumbled upon a couple of door penalties, but now she stands into blue ring territory again.
Yeah, Rick is doing his best to come across this elusive dungeon.
And we're going to check Vanilla level 7's location in second quest. It's not there. Instead, it's another small secret that'll put him up to 130.
Tetra back in this midnight blue level. I forget what this was.
This, I think, was level 5. I believe this was the one that Rick had to take care of. No?
No, that was like a light blue.
Oh, okay. So, I'm trying to think what this one was. 2! This is 2!
Yep, because there's a bomb upgrade, yeah, so this was 2.
And now decision time for Tetra. Is she going to buy the bomb upgrade? Well, she's not yet. Check the desert whistle spot, and no level 9. Instead, another door repair penalty down to 125. Tetra's thinking about the play. She's going to bypass it. I think she is dead set on blue ring here, Dark Falls.
All depends on what the enemy set in level 9 is. If it's a tougher set, that's going to benefit her.
Oh, no question about it, because both these runners have 8 hearts. Combat, currently the advantage is on Rick's side. Now, again, the recorder is the item here in level 2, and that will give Tetra access to that white sword if she does make the play for Recorder Lake in second quest. Rick thought he had missed his shot there, but he actually didn't. He's going to find another blue ring shop. He can't afford it.
We are quickly running out of spots, though. We might need that raft after all.
Yeah, because we have not checked the second raft spot. We know the first raft spot was not it. The second one, the one that Tetra has not checked, were the ladder item, the coasters. So look at the price of those. It's 126 rupees for that 3-pack. Can't do anything about it, though, because he has no book. But Tetra, unfortunately, going to take a death here in 2. Back to start she goes.
And I think Rick is going to be making that play up to a death bound to get those last couple spots that he needs.
Yeah, it would make the most sense. And again, Tetra skirting by the bomb upgrade. So again, I honestly believe she wants that blue ring. She's got to get 16 more rupees before she finds another door, apparently. And there's still plenty of those left, including a few whistle spots. We're going to get a bomb drop from that. Now, he's down to 10 bombs. I believe he spent a bomb in one of the mugger rooms there, so that's why his maximum is only 10 and not 11.
Yeah, he chose to give up the bomb to the hard point.
Which I certainly don't blame him at this point. I mean, you purchased the bomb upgrade. You don't want to spend your hard-earned health just to try to get us to a spot that might not even be required for that dungeon. So certainly can't fault Rick for making a move like that. Now Tetra, this is the Triforce room here where Tetra is in. Now again, this is a tough room for Blue Dartnuts here. Rick finds 9.
That was in the Lost Hills push block laws.
So the power bracelet ended up being required. So yeah, this is looking. I don't want to say this is game set and match Dark Falls, but this is looking really good for Rick.
Yeah, Rick, I would say, has a commanding lead at the moment. All depends on how tricky his level 9 is, and I want to say what kind of room that Ganon is in also, because if he's in a rough room and Rick takes a few deaths and it's a winding path to get back to Ganon, Tetra could still catch up.
Absolutely, but here we are on level 9, so this is what Rick is going to be looking for. Going to be listening for the roar of Zelda in his case, because he is playing as the Gorilla Sprite, one of Ganon's minions. Is this going to be where Ganon is? Nope, there's a locked door, so we know that's not it. If he hears that roar of Ganon, then Ganon will be one room adjacent to where it currently stands, north, south, east, or west. Second, he is going to be looking for a room with a single shutter door, like this one. One more key left to go. Will it open? Yes, so that is not where Ganon is, so he's looking for another single shutter door, but he finds the compass. Now he knows exactly where to go once he defeats Zelda. There's also going to be...
go ahead.
There's also going to be 3 old men that have 4 potential hints. Now, one of them would mention where Zelda is, where Ganon is, who is guarding the compass, and where the silver arrows are. But Rick doesn't have the book, neither does Tetra, so those old men are going to give them no hints. And unfortunately, Patra Wayne decides to bop around Rick, send him back to start.
Yeah, if this dungeon is combat heavy, like we've kind of seen already with a couple tricky rooms, and Rick takes a few deaths, could still be anyone's game.
And it's not exactly easy access to Zelda's room. There's no shutter door to the right here, so you're going to have to find a way to go around. Rick might want to think about looking for that. Ooh, we got a tea room here.
Yeah, there's the door to it right there, because you can go to that next room from above. So the door to the right here is Zelda's room.
Yep, so you're good. This is one of those situations where if you know how to ladder clip like Rick is, you're going to find, and looks like Rick just wants confirmation that he can get there. Yes, indeed.
So now we know where the girl is. Just where's the big pig was.
Yep, again, in Rick's case, he is looking for the big girl and has already found the pig.
Yeah, that's true, because he's playing for the Greer, so we'll have the supersized Zelda. And we're
Yes,
looking for the pig.
We're just going to have to be very careful here because a warm Zelda hug is going to cost Rick 4 hearts. And as you can see right now, he's sitting on 4 hearts. He takes he takes a hug from Zelda. He is down for the count, and back to the start he'd go. Tetra's back in level 8, so she's going to get her Triforce here, and she also might want to look for that second item here, because again, she doesn't know where level 9 is either. And Rick is in the diagonal block room, gets a prize of 10 rupees, and still looking for Zelda here.
Rick taking that little bit of a bop from behind by the Patra, and Petra just grabs the Triforce in 8. So she has her 5th, but we know that she needs that, hold on a second. We hear Ganon.
Ooh, boy, oh boy. Boy, Rick is on the verge. Oh, but before we can find out exactly where Zelda is, the gorillas say otherwise and send him back to the start of the dungeon. So, looks like time is running out for Tetra here, as she needs the power bracelet, which again is the item in level 5, which she has not discovered yet. Actually, no, she has discovered it, but she didn't do any exploration of it. And this is a very nasty room here where Rick is at. Thankfully, the blue bubble's on the other side of that tea room, so he's going to get his sword back. Tetra, with the whistle in hand, is going to go ahead and check these recorder spots and hope that she finds level 9. Unfortunately, she's not going to find level 9.
And we hear again one more time, so Rick is fairly close to where the big pig is. Well, in this case, Zelda.
Yep. Yep, and
so
it looks
one room
like,
north of here.
Yep, so exactly. This is north of the Danger Noodles here, and with the Silver Arrow's going to take him down pretty fast here. That was a nice fight there, and gets a fairy. That is great to have. So we know where Zelda is, but how do we get to her? That is the 64,000 rupee question. Can he bomb to the north? Yes. Is there a door to the east? Can he bomb to the east? Answer, yes. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Zelda. For anywhere between 6 and 8 hits. Here we go, Dark Falls.
And we just got to avoid getting hit by Ganon twice. Well, Zelda twice.
Tetra buys a blue potion here, and there's one hit. Unfortunately, gets the right teleport. Oh, and takes a nice warm hug from Zelda. But there's the stun lock. Oh, but lost the stun lock. And Rick gonna take no chances here. Drink that potion. There's 4 hits on the board, and another hug from Zelda. I guess Zelda does have a thing for gorillas here, Dark Falls. But down goes the princess. We've got Royal Jelly, and Rick will pick up the Triforce of Wisdom. And barring a hardware malfunction, this race is Rick.
Yeah, Rick is just a couple rooms away from a date with a rematch with the one and only Fred Coughlin.
Oh, you better believe it. So all he's got to do now is do this ladder clip one more time, go to a couple of rooms, and that is going to do it. But we'll see if these bubbles have anything to say about that. Oh, they do. Rick just has to get through it, and he does. So, ladies and gentlemen, get your GGs out for AdirondackRick. He is going to be moving on to the next round to face off against Fred Coughlin. Well played race from him tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Found the right dungeons early, got what he needed, and Tetra is going to continue on. Rick will be joining us momentarily for a chat. Laz, do you want to go over the schedule that's coming up?
For the Zelda tournament, or are you talking about speed gaming?
Both.
I don't have speed gamings up, but actually in terms of the Zelda Randomizer tournament, we don't have any more races scheduled at this time, but I'm sure we'll have some more things that are going to be loaded up as we do progress. I'll have to get to speed gaming schedule up, and I can go over what events are going to be coming up after we have our interview with AdirondackRick and Tetra.
I will say in about an hour, we do have the Zelda 1 weekly race on speed gaming. I believe it is here on Speed Gaming 1. That's at 10 o'clock, so just over an hour away.
Very, very nice. So we're going to see some more exciting Zelda Randomizer action between 4 of our finest competitors here, and they're going to put on a showcase. But I'll tell you what, if it's anything like last week's showcase, it's going to be one heck of a time, Dark Falls. Just saying.
Yeah, I heard that was a special seed, to say the least. And I do have confirmation that the weekly will be here on Speed Gaming 1 at 10 o'clock.
All right. Excellent. So, yep, I do have the schedule up, and actually, I think I'll go ahead. If I see it here, let me get it down. So right now, there's a showcase going on Speed Gaming 2, but I don't see any kind of description on it right now. I see that the Super Mario Galaxy race just wrapped up on Speed Gaming 5. There's also a Donkey Kong Country All Stages tournament that just wrapped up as well. So I think a lot of the events that are coming up here, they're going to be happening either later tonight or tomorrow.
All right, and I'm going to go ahead and get Rick in here to have a quick chat with him.
Sounds good to me.
And with that, we do have the one and only AdirondackRick in chat with us. GG, my friend, well played.
Rick, versus Fred, round 4. Bring it on!
Oh, yes, indeed. This is the fourth time between Zelda 1 Randomizer and Zelda 3 Randomizer that you two are going to be facing off against each other, and you're looking for your first win, so I bet you're looking forward to having another crack at taking down Fred.
Well, when the pairings became to be pairing up like this, I thought, yeah, I would love to have another crack at Fred, but I know what Tetra can do. I know what she's capable of. I can't overlook her. I can't already be making plans for round 4. Gotta play this smart, although I didn't really play it that smart, speaking Lionels.
Wow, there was a lot of deaths between the both of you. I mean, this was, I wouldn't say this was a heavy combat scene, but the combat was just in very tight spots. The winning move, obviously, for you ended up being that power bracelet out of level 5. I mean, level 5 just threw you around all over the place. I mean, the Wizards kept beaming you to the buns, to the face. It was a rough go, but you ended up persevering, and that was the level you needed to win because the power bracelet was required to get to 9.
Yeah, I was starting to get nervous, though, of the fact that I was running out of power bracelet spots, and level 9 had still yet to be found, and that was one of the things I was trying to make a priority. Oh, here's level 8. I don't really want to dig 8. Oh, here's level 6. I don't really want to dig 6. I want to find 9.
Yeah, when you were running out of place to look, Tetra has the raft, which you didn't pick up. So we were talking how if 9 happened to be in that coast raft spot, that could have given Tetra a little bit more time to catch up.
Where was the raft?
8. One of the two
okay.
and 8. We actually never discovered what the second item in level 8 was. We actually have 4 items that are MIA. The 2 red things and the the book and wand combination.
Yeah, speaking of the book, yeah, that's right, Rick. You need to have the book if you're going to make use of the hints.
Yeah,
I certainly don't
we saw
blame
that.
you. Tetra finds the magical sword. Unfortunately, she is 1 heart short from having a shot at picking it up. But yeah, that might be the first time I've ever seen a contestant try to purchase a hint when they didn't have the book. But I can't fault your moxie there, Rick, because they were pretty cheap. 50 rupees for the 3 hints combined.
Well, the point that I hit that, I was like, okay, maybe this will tell me a feat of strength will lead me to level 9.
And it turns out...
Oh, that's right. That's right. I don't have the book, you dummy.
Well, if you get to the Elite 8 flags, you won't need that silly book to find out what those old men are saying. But unfortunately, you might be dealing with deceptive hints.
Yeah, well... At that point, I had to tell myself to start focusing because I was making silly mistakes at that point. And yeah, that level 5, the NSU room, I don't know why I kept trying to kill off the Wizrobe as much as I could. Seemed to be the better plan was to just leave because the buyer was the priority enemy.
Yeah, it was nice that the buyers were 1 HP or maybe even 0 HP with the boomerang. We won't know that, but yeah.
I did love the white sword underneath the lake.
Yeah, so you need the recorder in order to double your attack power. Tetra does have the recorder. Now, it looks like she is going back to level 3. Wait, she already... No, she was like, nope, I've already done this. I need the other level.
Yeah, the one that's next to it. I did the same thing when I was rounding the corner. And that's the reason why I left that level 5, is because I wanted to see if level 9 was up there in the northwest corner, because at that point, 4 Triforces in, I was wanting to make sure how bad I wanted to dig 5. And then, well, I couldn't find where 9 is, and I'm glad I pulled that item out.
Yeah, no question about it, because you never want to come out of getting all the Triforce pieces and not knowing where level 9 is. And, you know, both you and Tetra had the same issues, that you had all the Triforce pieces, you just couldn't find level 9. And, you know, fortunately for you, and unfortunately for Tetra, the power bracelet was what you needed to win the seed. By the way, speaking of which, I bet you were thrilled that you had to do several ladder clips in tea rooms.
That wasn't a problem. Yeah, the bubbles were nasty or annoying in that one room, but, you know, it wasn't that bad. I hated the fact that I died in that Gorilla room just before Ganon just the fact that I heard the roar in the room with the Lamolas, took a bop from them, and didn't realize I was down to a half a heart when I got hit with the beam.
Well, Tetra's about to check the other raft spot. Unfortunately, it's not going to be where level 9 is, and that was Tetra's only hope there, is that particular raft spot was going to have level 9. Instead, she's going to find something else here. We'll find out what it is in just a moment here as she crosses the river and she finds a casino. So we do have a riverboat casino here in this seed. I love it.
Oh, Riverboat Casino, how nice. Probably not exactly nice for her at this point.
No.
The other thing I loved about this seed was at least the fact that most bomb-dropping enemies rolled low. The blue Octoroks withstanding. The Gyptos were 3, the Vires were 0 or 1. The Red Wizrobes, they were still nasty, but I don't think they rolled any different.
Felt
And
high to me.
Gorillas rolled low too. The orange Gorillas rolled.
The Red Gorillas were 0 or 1. So definitely it was a good seed for bomb droppers, which is a total different feeling than half of the seeds I've been playing.
Tetra finds the white sword under the Recorder Lake in Vanilla level 3, and wonder what she is deciding to do here.
But yeah, by the time I got to 9, I had like 3 spots left in the map, so at that point it was going to be like, do I go to 6, do I go to 7, or do I go to 8? And not knowing what you guys told me, I would probably have gone to 8 first for the 2 items versus 1 in the other 3, and the other 2.
No, you ended up doing what I like to call the Monty Brewster theory, and is go none of the above. And Tetra gonna use her potion here. She might have been cursed, I wonder, because that's an interesting place to use a potion. Of course, then again, maybe she wanted her beam sword. Who knows?
I think she just didn't want to go all the way back down to the desert woods if she took a bop up here.
Ah, yeah, that would make the most sense there, Dark Falls.
Well, she's making the walk over towards level 5, so I'll give it the power bracelet, which is what we know that she needs.
Absolutely, and of course, there's still the one other item in level 8, so she, she has plenty of choices here. Yep, there's level 3. Yeah, looks like she's heading for level 5 right now. Yep, gonna be the correct move here. She'll find her power bracelet, which will give her access to level 9, which again, you said it was in the Lost Hills?
Yeah, so it's the Lost Hills push block.
Yep, one of the vanilla power bracelet spots that you see in first quest, as well as one of the take any's in second. And Tetra finds this fun NSU room that you were struggling with. Well, she can get through this room, and it looks like, yeah, she got it. With the white sword, it's going to be a lot easier for her than it was in your case. Rick's just has a pancake left to go. That was a nice room there for Tetra.
This level 5 did seem like a little bit of a maze to get though, Rick.
Yeah, it did, but if you made the right turn, that 5 was simple.
That's the thing about the Zelda randomizers, and there's a river room for Tetra, and she wants no part of it.
Which one? The one that had the 5 blue Wizrobes in it?
Yep.
Yeah, that was a definite no for me at that point. I know it's not a staircase, and I know it can't be the Triforce. Goodbye.
Oh no, speaking of goodbye, Tetra's saying goodbye to that dungeon.
Oh no, that's not good. But, I'm gonna go ahead and clear out of here so you guys can get back to the commentary. GG, and thanks guys for the commentary.
You bet, and again, congratulations, Rick, on your victory tonight, and good luck to you against Fred Coughlin in your next matchup.
I'm 0 for 3, the 4th time's the charm. Ha ha ha.
We'll see what happens. We wish you both the best of luck, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday night.
Thank you.
Alright, so Tetra is back in level 3. This is where she got the Annie key, which she just saw that news.
Yep, and now she's wondering, whoops, did I mismark something? Well, she's going to go ahead and continue here and nope on out of here. So now, makes you wonder if she's going to go back to that level 5. Yep.
Yeah, she took the turn back over, so gonna poke around here.
Yeah, but again, this is where she's going to get her power bracelet here. For those of you just joining us, this is what we have discovered in this seed. Level 1 had the silver arrows and the wooden boomerang. Level 2 had the recorder. Level 3 had the any key. Level 4 had the ladder. Level 5 has the power bracelet. Level 6, the magical boomerang. We do not know what's in level 7. One of the items is the raft in level 8. We don't know what's in level 9. The Armo statue item was the bow. The ladder item on the coast was the heart container. And the white sword item is the white sword. 4 items left in play. The red candle, the red ring, the book, and the wand.
So Tetra is going to dig out this level 5, and we'll see if she takes the right turn. I believe the power bracelet was the upper part of the dungeon, so she has to take this transport and then go a couple more rooms over.
Yeah, you're right about that. And Tetra going to drink her Pepsi here. That's the last of her potions. So now gonna have to be... Oh, and gets a beam to the face there from that Stalfos. Ugh, nasty. But she's gonna get one of those hearts back. Now just has to make sure that this Stalfos... And this Stalfos is not playing nice. That's all I gotta say. Tetra need to be careful. Does not want to take another sword to the face. She does not. She'll take this transport staircase. Needs to find the other staircase in order to get her power bracelet.
Well, Tetra is on the upper part of the dungeon, which is where we know she wants to be. Any key in hand?
Again, keys were not a factor for either of our runners tonight, as they were able to find that magical key in level 3 with very little problems. So right now it's just a matter of finding the room that's going to have the item for Tetra that will give her access to level 9.
Just gotta avoid all those orange dark nuts, wizards.
Avoiding the orange.
Yeah,
well, she can avoid that one. Oh, she takes 4 hearts of damage. Ugh, that's gross. Now she's down to 2 hearts and waiting for the... No, I think she took care of that room and no reward. And Tetra cannot bomb to the left here in this room here in level 5. And she now knows she's in a moat room. She knows that the bubbles are not going to interfere with her plans as they are all on the island.
I love squishy virus.
She's going to have to be careful with these squishy virus because, ooh, got a lucky heart drop there. They are in the bomb dropping group, and there are some hearts in that shuffle there, but not too many. So Tetra getting a break there.
I wonder if Tetra's confused at what level this is.
Well, she should know that based on that shape, it's level 5, but again, it's a lot easier from the commentator's booth than it is as from being one of the racers. Now, there's the Triforce. Remember that Rick did the... No, Rick didn't even have to do a clip, because remember, he came from the south to get into that tea room. It was a free Triforce on his case.
Gotta avoid those skeletons.
Yeah, because she gets bopped by it. She is down for the count because she only has 2 hearts. And Tetra going to go around this Triforce here. Nope, she's going to go back.
I might have considered picking that up to get the HP refill.
Yeah, I might have considered that pickup too. If she's going to up and go back to the start of the dungeon. Why not pick up that Triforce?
I mean, it would respawn some of the rooms, but I mean, you're going
True.
back it anyway.
True, because, yeah, there's that mugger room, because I remember that Rick paid the Piper, and Tetra's going to pay her heart container. And again, it's not a terrible play, again, considering that the odds of picking up the magical sword were only 20%. This might have been when Rick spent his bomb. Again, that was the other bomb upgrade, and Tetra, now she's considering still not going to purchase that bomb upgrade. Of course, little does she know, probably a fairly wise decision not to buy that upgrade, considering it's only going to give her 3 extra bombs.
Yeah, she was definitely considering it. Makes the decision not to, though.
Yeah, I think... I know she's got 163 rupees, and I know she wanted that blue ring, and, I know she was oh so close to getting it. And again, blue ring is hard to get in a second quest C because of the fact that there's only the one large secret. And if it's not worth the runner's while, they're not going to get that blue ring. It's impossible. Tetra doing some nice dodging there to avoid those Stelphos Lionel beams there.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a Stelphos.
Yes! Good dodgeball reference there, Dark Falls. And Tetra going to take care of these pancakes here. And there's the map. So if she didn't know it now, she now knows she's in 5. Yep, that's right, Oasis. That's where it was. So Tetra going to go ahead and get this power bracelet, and this is going to open up level 9 to her.
Then just a quick run to Ganon, then quick run to Zelda, and Tetra will be all set. All in all, a very nice performance by Tetra. I'm glad she decided to stick with it.
Well, you better believe it. You know, she played very well. It just came down to one thing, and you know, this usually is what wins or loses races in Zelda Randomizer between two equal competitors. That was routing. Simple as that.
Well, I mean, it was more, I think, of what levels do I dig and which ones do I don't. Rick chose 5, Tetra chose 8. And then it paid off for Rick in this case.
Yep, and you know, you certainly can't fault to Tetra for digging 8, because level 8 has 2 items, but unfortunately one of them she just simply couldn't get to. Again, boy, the game is really teasing poor Tetra here. She finds another medium secret to go to 208 rupees, and she again is back into being in blue ring territory. She needs 24 more rupees. There's still a lot of door repair penalties left, unfortunately, though, because I know there was at least 1, maybe 2 that were behind recorder spots.
Yep, now just kind of a bit of a hunt for the power reset spots, and then Tetra should be all set.
Yeah, she's in a really good position right now. She's got 9 hearts. She probably wishes she had that blue ring, but as we saw on Rick's side, didn't really need the ring again. Potions. Now she could buy some potions, because remember, she spent the last of it in level 5. She's going to check this power bracelet spot. It's not going to be here. That's a casino, and she's not going to gamble her 209 rupees.
And there weren't red bowls around Ganon, so you kind of do want to have that red potion under your belt to go in there.
That's absolutely right, because again, remember when Rick had to cross that tea room, there were red bubbles there. Now Tetra's going to check this recorder spot again. This is now where level 9 is. It is a potion shop, and she's going to go ahead and buy a potion. I like this call.
Gonna check this push block and probably get a quick HP refill.
Yeah, absolutely. She's probably going to do the refill first, I would imagine, especially with Lionel's. Look out, Tetra. Can she get around him? Yes, she's able to get there, and she's going to find 13 more rupees, which would not have put her in blue ring territory. She would have still been short. So, again, that's why I agree with the play of purchasing that potion.
Yeah, especially with the looming threat of the red bubbles coming up. You don't want to be cursed in level 9 for sure.
Not at all. So Tetra is heading in the right direction of where she needs to be. Now, I remember that there was a door repair penalty in these areas, but Tetra's not doing the whistle spots, so she might have already done them. I'm not sure about that, but she is very
Tetra did those before the hunt for 5.
Ah, so now she's heading for the Lost Hills Power Bracelet spot, and this is where level 9 is going to be for Tetra.
Now, it wasn't a long path again. It was a little bit on the convoluted side, though, so we'll see how Tetra does here.
Right, so again, she does not have the book either, so she's not going to gain any information about the whereabouts of Link, Zelda, the compass, and the silver arrows, so let's see how she does as level 9 begins for Tetra.
And with Tetra playing as the Zelda sprite, she'll be hunting down Link in this case.
Yeah, that's correct. Although I still wonder, I don't know. She might be Marin because this is the Link's Awakening, but she actually does look like Zelda today.
It's definitely the Zelda sprite.
Okay.
I use that sprite myself when I play.
Right, so yep, so she would be rescuing Link in this case, and Ganon would still, of course, be the enemy. And, well, again, the only good news for Tetra in this room is that the blue bubble is on the other side of the T, so if she can get this ladder clip, which, again, is very annoying to do, especially when there's bubbles there, Jane, she does it successfully. Nice job, but unfortunately the red bubbles are not leaving her alone.
And that blue bubble just kind of ping-ponging her back and forth a little bit.
What do those two bubbles think they are? Pete Sampras and Andre Agassi.
Tetra getting the news that is in fact where Link lies.
Yep. That's kind of a Japanese Dragon Warrior reference, or is that Final Fantasy? No, it's Final Fantasy. Here lies Link.
Here lies Blue Lanmola.
Yeah, here lies Blue Lanmola. And with the White Sword, they go down pretty easily, so nice fight there from Tetra. See, the reason I said Dragon Warrior is in the American version of Final Fantasy. It's Here Lies Erdrick, and I believe Erdrick's the character in that game. And Tetra finds the oh shoot room. It's a dead end.
And Tetra does hear the cry again, though.
Yep, in fact, it's one screen north of this room. Unfortunately, she won't be able to get there. She is able to get there!
Yeah, she did the same thing that Rick did, bombing up from that room.
I don't know if Rick ever checked the bomb to the north, because there was no hole there. There's 3, 4, 5, 6. Down goes Ganon. There's a low HP Ganon. We've got Bacon and a Triforce of Power, so now, well, I tell you what, Tetra just destroyed this level 9, of course. With the White Sword, didn't really need much, and good stun lock there. I tell you what, this was, I have to say it, Tetra had a better level 9 than Rick did.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, very straightforward. And that's what you get from not jumping the staircases, so GG for Tetra, and she's just going to have to do a quick little ladder clip like Rick did, and she'll be like seeing Link.
Alright, let's see how many tries it'll take her, trying to get the right spot. Unfortunately, the bubbles are just not cooperating. Let's see if she... Oh, she had it, and then the last second got tumbled by the bubbles, but there she got it that time. That shutter door will now automatically open, so now get your GGs out for Tetra. She put up a valiant effort tonight, but unfortunately her tournament is going to come to an end as she rescues Link.
If you guys have enjoyed what you guys are watching, a couple quick shout-outs. Thank you to, please follow both of our runners today, Tetra Lee and AdirondackRick for a heck of a race. Our tracker behind the scenes today was also 999. And of course, please give my co-com today, LSD Cars Fan 23 a follow.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much, Dark Falls. Make sure you give Dark Falls a follow as well as my commentator partner, because he does Zelda Randomizer as well as a bunch of other things as well. He's been doing a lot of the behind-the-scenes work here in the Zelda Randomizer tournament, and we do appreciate all of his efforts, as we do have Tetra Lee in the commentator's booth with us. GG, my friend, a very, very solid level 9. Of course, it was a very straightforward level 9 for both of you. You did have a better level 9 than Rick did, but it all came down to finding that power bracelet in level 5.
Yeah, that was not surprising for me, especially since I basically had a full clear of the overworld minus 1 spot. And I have to tell you, I was getting really worried going up to the northeast that I had forgotten to mark level 9 somewhere and that I was going on a wild goose chase, but fortunately that wasn't the case.
All this really came down to Tetra, and it really isn't that complicated. You chose to take out level 8, and Rick chose to take out level 5, and that was basically the main difference. Otherwise, you guys were pretty much neck and neck.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm glad I put up a good fight, except for, something that was just luck.
And that's usually what Zelda Randomizer boils down to at times, is especially when you have a Pentaforce flags where all you need is 5 Triforce pieces to gain access to level 9. And in both of your cases, you had your 5 Triforce pieces before either one of you found level 9. But yeah, Rick found his power bracelet well before you did, so he was able to find 9. Not very quickly, might I add, though, because he checked several spots before he finally stumbled upon level 9. We were getting to the point where your hope was that level 9 was raft block, because Rick never dug level 8. You found the raft at level 8. If that would have been where level 9 was, this race would have flipped 360 or 180 degrees there, and it would have given you the victory instead of Rick. But that's just the nature of Zelda Randomizer sometimes.
Yeah, that's random for you, and, I'm just really happy that I made the bracket round this time, at all, because of how in the 2017 tournament I just barely missed the cutoff, partially due to some really bad luck. So, I had fun, and I'm glad I participated, and wish Rick the best of luck in his next match.
Yep, he's facing off against Fred, and he is looking to break the curse. This is the 4th time he's faced off against Rick in both Zelda 1 Randomizer and Zelda 3 Randomizer. He's up the 4th time's the charm. But I'll tell you what, you put up a really tremendous tournament, Tetra. And again, I want to congratulate you on getting that 36-21 a couple of days ago in your any percent no up and A. So make sure you give Tetra a follow, give her some GGs as well, because she's really been tearing up this game as of late.
Thanks so much, Loz, and thank you to you and Dark Balls and Elsoa for doing. I think he was tracking, and everyone else who helped get the whatchamacallit from the Speed Gaming Network who helped make this possible. Thank you all.
All right, Tetra, and GG one more time, my friend. Great race, well played. And with that, chat, we are going to get called a night here. So on behalf of everyone here at Speed Gaming, on behalf of our tracker today, Elsoa999 behind the scenes, on behalf of my co-com today, LZ CarsFan23, I was Dark Falls. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you here in about 45 minutes or so for the weekly. Everyone have a great night. We'll see you back here in about a half hour.
So long, everybody.